Good morning from India. We're live from Budh Circuit, where a thrilling day of motorcycling awaits us. Just a few more moments and the images will take us to the starting straight for the MotoGP class race. These shots are taking us to the starting grid, where everyone is ready for the start of the race. The weather is magnificent, a perfect end to this weekend. A medium rear tyre is enough to get you through the race in these temperatures, while a harder front tyre is needed.
It's time to go racing in MotoGP as PECCO launches from pole position ahead of Martin and Bagnaia. Luca Marini's absence sees Joan Mir move up to 4th. Agro line up behind them, while completing your grid for the Indian GP, Stefan Bradl and Michele Hiro.
We're ready for the lights to go out here at the Budh Circuit. Just a few moments more and the race will start.
It's full throttle, it's lights out, and we are Grand Prix racing here in MotoGP in India for the first time, and Martin does make the dream start again from the middle of that front row. Bagnaia slots on the inside of PECCO, the poleman as well. Mir got away really strongly. Vinales goes wide. I think one of the gaess Tech 3 bikes is wide as well, but Martin into P1, into turn 3 they go for the very first time. Marquez trying to find a way through on the inside of Mir into turn 3. That's a successful way. They're side by side, and reps on this, but Martin then leads Bagnaia.
Bagnaia though locked in the slipstream of Haii. Martin Mir got a brilliant start from the second row, but couldn't get his way through into turn 1. Bagnaia then does pull alongside Haii Martin, but he just cannot outbreak the Martinator, who gets to turn 4 first, but sails off wide.
Yeah, Martin was never going to stop that one. He was desperate not to lose the advantage there to Bagnaia, because he knows in the group, he knows if he's behind riders, he's going to have big headaches with front tyre pressure and front tyre temperature. Marquez slugs it out with Quartararo into turn 5 for the first time. Quartararo getting a little bit loose. He tried to get on the gas to recover that lost position. There were only 11 144 laps in that sprint yesterday. 8 of them were set by the man we're looking at right now, that number 72 bike, and he goes for it immediately on the inside of Bagnaia, on the brakes of the turn 30. He's going to run a little bit wide on the exit. Marquez on a lunge as well at Martin. It's all kicking off here on the first lap in India. A memorable first lap led by PECCO.
So PECCO from Bagnaia, and then Martin, who resisted that approach from Marquez into the final corner. Quartararo continuing to defend from Joan Mir in the background. Then it's Zarco and Binder, Oasis Spargro and Frankie Morbidelli up into the top 10. Vinales, as you saw, dropped to the back of the field. Jack Miller has also plummeted down the order. He's 19th now.
This could be game over very early on here, because nobody got anywhere near his best pace. His fastest lap of that sprint yesterday, that 1:44.5, was nearly 4/10 quicker than anybody else. Marquez, well, he's going the long way around there, and Quartararo may well snatch back that 4th place, not close enough into turn 4. PECCO then, as they sweep now, high-speed run to turn 5. Marquez doing a phenomenal job on the reps on there, hanging on to the 3 Ducatis directly ahead of him. A sprint 3rd place yesterday, a big helping hand, of course, with PECCO ruled out contention early on. Joan Mir, that's going to be really close. Wow, millimetres, wasn't it, between Mir's front tyre and Quartararo's rear tyres. They dropped down the hill into that very tough downhill braking zone for turn 13. A lap 2 completed. PECCO clicking into a serious early speed here, 1:45.398. That was 3/10 quicker than Bagnaia directly behind him. A couple of tenths faster than Martin as well.
So Marquez then doing a solid job, as you say, up behind us. Quartararo now gets it a little bit hot into turn 3, and Joan Mir looking to try and take advantage, but there are different lines through that turn 3 hairpin. If you take that wider outside line, it gives you such a good slingshot onto this back straight, but Joan Mir surely is going to take this one from Quartararo, when you can see how far Marquez is pulling up the road, but Quartararo, to his credit, so late on the brakes there into 4th.
Martin made the perfect start again, and using that brilliant new start device that's on the factory Ducatis of him and Pecco Bagnaia. It was Miller that went really wide in the first corner. Vinales was pushed out of the marbles as well as they jostled for position. Thankfully, after all the sprint drama yesterday, they all made it safely through, although there was more than a little bit of shoulder and elbow rubbing, you feel.
So this is on board with Brad Binder, and that's Alicia Sparger, I think that is, on our right-hand side, who makes contact with Binder, and Maverick Vinales, I suspect, was just on the outside of that and had nowhere to go, so he was sent out wide, back with the leaders then, and Marco Bezzecchi through the first section of this lap. His lead is now approaching that 1 second mark. It's 0.9 of a second through the first section of this lap, and it was through here where Bezzecchi pulled out particularly a lot of time on Bagnaia on the previous lap, and Martin wants to get on with this.
God, I thought he was going for the proper full send there, the full lunge on the inside. It was just him lining up the different lines, clear evidence there of the different approaches you can attack turn 8 to 9. Martin knows he's got to get on with this because he can see visibly Bezzecchi is starting to get the hammer down here and he's pulling away.
Time is running out for Martin to have any hope of winning this Grand Prix. Bezzecchi's lead is over 1.3 seconds. He was 6/10 quicker than the world champion on that last lap alone.
Running with Pecco Bagnaia, not a problem. Trying to overtake him, a big problem. He's such a great defensive rider. We've seen it over the last few Grand Prix how good he is. Martin though trying. Oh, he's gone full in there. They're both going to run wide, aren't they? You can hear the crowd, they're on their feet in the main grandstand here. It was a real big block pass there, wasn't it? He had to squeeze through. He forced the issue there, didn't he, Martin? It was the only way. With the slipstream, he got side by side with Bagnaia, and when push came to shove, doing the pushing and the shoving was Martin. Bagnaia then back in third place. That little tangle there between Bagnaia and Martin at turn 4 played into the hands of Marco Bezzecchi, and he will now, if he looks at his pit bull, which of course he surely will do, he will see the advantage he's gained on this lap. 7 tenths he took out of Martin as he was desperate to get through with the aggression on Bagnaia. Bagnaia snaking that factory Ducati sideways on the entry of the first corner.
Oh, Marquez down!
Marquez has gone down the first corner. He's desperately trying to hang on to it, but Marquez slides out of 4th place. He was going with Pecco Bagnaia. First corner, he just laid underneath that Repsol, so he's been able to quickly remount and rejoin this Grand Prix. But Marc Marquez then, that leaves Fabio Quartararo in a relatively lonely 4th place now then. So Marquez out of 4th, he hasn't rejoined though. You know what, ahead of him, Bagnaia was getting it really out of shape and twitchy, wasn't he, as well? And I just wonder whether that was also a bit of a distraction for Marquez, but he just threw it in there on its side, and when he did so, you could just see there, the front just didn't hang in there underneath him. If you look back to Marc Marquez, fair play to Bagnaia, he's not let Martin get away, has he, in that 2nd place. Martin though gets fantastic drive, he gets that Michelin rear tyre hooked up superbly, doesn't he, with the drive grip coming out of turn 13, on the brakes, attacking hard through this very tight first corner. They drop down then now through turn 2. This is going to be the overtake into turn 4, decelerating from 350 kilometres an hour, probably a little bit more with some slipstream. He came from a long way back. You can just see there Bagnaia on the Optimum Racing line and snatching the inside line, having to pick up quite dramatically there, wasn't he, Pecco Bagnaia? Left foot was off the foot plate, they both ran wide, and that was a gift, a 7/10 of a second gift to Marco Bezzecchi.
Oh, Bagnaia so late on the brakes again into turn 4 as he tries to go with Jorge Martin. Further back as well, Vinales is now back into 14th place. Marc Marquez is still running, and he's straight back into the 145s. He's running in 16th.
This is kind of all playing out as we expected, and that's really close. Bagnaia got in hot with that extra kilometres, with the draft behind Jorge Martin. We've seen riders there get sucked in and crash out, and with Marco Bezzecchi behind Bagnaia and the British Grand Prix at Silverstone a few races ago. That was mighty close. Could have been disaster though, he just about got him pulled up on the brakes. Look at this. This is, look at it, it's probably, isn't it, the dirty air, the turbulence from the aero that just sucked Bagnaia in behind Jorge Martin. So unfortunate exit then for Augusto Fernandez. So far is our only retirement. We have seen Marc Marquez on the floor at the first corner 3 or 4 laps ago when he was right in that podium battle. He's trying to recover lost positions now after remounting the Repsol Honda. That's him picking up Pol Espargaro back in the points and now in 15th place. Of course, former HRC teammates, the 93 and 44.
Marquez's pace has still been very good since he remounted from that crash. Last time around he did a 146.2, including that overtake, so he's certainly got pace to get himself well into the points if he keeps this up. Last time around, once again, Bezzecchi just continuing to just chip away in the mid-145s. His lead now is as near as makes no difference, 4 seconds over Jorge Martin. So even if Marco Bezzecchi has taken a little bit out of those Michelin tyres in the first half of this Grand Prix, he's got such a cushion at the front of the field that he should be able to manage it from there.
Look how much time he lost as he zipped it back up. The problem for Quartararo will be if he can get on par with the factory Ducati. We know there's a humongous speed differential down that 1200 metre back straight. Well, we saw it in the sprint yesterday as Bezzecchi just blitzed on by Quartararo when they clicked into sort of 4th, 5th, 6th gear and approached 350 kilometres an hour. Quartararo could do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Binder then has finally got through on Joan Mir for 4th place, so it looks like it's going to be back-to-back 4th spots for the South African. Is Mir going to run wide?
Again, as Mir's missed out. In fact, he nearly lost it himself there. Mir straight out wide there, so it was rather than overtake, it was a mistake from Joan Mir that promoted Binder into 4th place. So this is the one battle to keep an eye on the final lap. Brad Binder, Jorge Martin, has he got a problem here?
What is going on here? What on earth has happened now? As Jorge Martin made a mistake going on the brakes in the turn 4 on the last lap.
He's not the one to rectify it.
Oh, he goes round the outside of Fabio Quartararo, properly squeezes the Frenchman there. Talk about wiping the nose of Fabio Quartararo's factory Yamaha. What happened to Jorge Martin? He must have run in at turn 4 hot, because at the start of this final lap he was nearly 1.5 seconds clear of Fabio Quartararo. Here comes Quartararo then on the inside of Martin. He can't find a way through. There is more late drama here in Indy. We've already lost world champion PECCO crashing out of second place. Marco Bezzecchi's cruising to the victory, but it's all now vital world championship points at stake here for Jorge Martin. 1 corner remains. You can see Marco Bezzecchi out of the final corner. It's Budh International Circuit brilliance from Bezzecchi. Martin goes super tight defensively.
First 3 finishers. This boy got a great second place today with a truly outstanding performance. We're live for the podium ceremony where there's an Italian flag flying on the top step. A stunning win in great Italian style. Bagnaia beat his opponents with a masterful victory today.